Heavy lifting day out there, full pads, a lot of hitting. I thought the team did a good job. You probably noticed Leonte wasn't out there. That's a scheduled day off. He'll be back with us tomorrow. Questions?
Justin, good win.
Sure. Yeah, it was we don't have a final report on Dre right now, but we do think he's going to be down for a little bit. And, looking at the depth, I didn't feel like we had enough. And when you look at the different options on our football team, I think Justin's as good as any. And I spoke to him this morning. And I said to him, listen, I know you have really spent your whole career at running back. And if you stay on offense, you're going to play a lot for us. So it's really not even about that. I said, but if you go over to defense and it works out, you might play the whole game. And I think we'll be a better football team because of it. And he said, Coach, whatever's the best thing for the football team, I will do. I said, all right. I said, well, let's try this for a couple of days and let's see how comfortable you look and see how it goes. And then we'll make a decision. And I would say the same thing about him that I said about Ruhan last year. I would not be opposed to playing him both ways. Justin's a very smart football player. He's certainly not going to forget what he's learned on offense, and can, with the whole offensive package being in, can really learn the little intricacies of the game plans as we need him, so that he could always be there for us in an emergency role.
So this isn't a permanent move right now?
I don't know that. It might be. It might be. I think after one day it'd be tough to say that. I watched a little bit of it just to see how he looked. I liked what I saw, but I didn't watch the whole thing. We'll go back and look at it on film. And now we'll coach him, see how much better he gets over the next couple of days. But we're going to keep it through the scrimmage, and then go from there.
Cal, how would it affect the pecking order at tailback, since Justin's a little bit more like Paul James than Peoples would be?
Yeah, I think if Desmond didn't have the kind of spring in the beginning of training camp, even though I know he went down in the second practice, but he looked pretty good today again. If he had not come on the way he has, this probably would have been a tougher decision to make. I don't know if it would have been I would have been as quick to pull the trigger on it. But I have a lot of confidence in PJ. I have a lot of confidence in Desmond, and I like the way the two freshmen have looked. Robert, Josh is down right now. We're hoping to get him back on Friday, and I thought Robert had a good day today. So I think we've got some depth at that running back position, and you can't play them all at running back. So, we got to get the guys on the field. And Justin's one of the better football players on our team. And I think this gives us a chance to get another really good football player on the field.
Did you think about moving Delon? I know you said early you wanted to keep him at free safety. He obviously has more corner experience than Justin.
I wouldn't count it out just yet. I think he's having a really good training camp at safety, though. I'm really happy about what he's doing back there. And then as we get into third down, he's got some flexibility for us. So even if we did make that move, I'm not so sure we wouldn't still need Justin over there anyway.
Which of the other freshmen besides Dre, we've mentioned Dre a bunch, of the other group of the 5 true freshmen, is there somebody else who's moved to the head of that pack?
I don't know if anybody's moved to the head of the pack, but I think Cam has had a good training camp. I think that, being here for the spring, I think is an advantage for him. So I saw him do some good things. I've seen him do some good things this entire time.
Kyle, with Leonte, what's different with him in getting scheduled days off in camp than maybe some other guys who don't?
I think he's played a lot of football, and Leonte is a guy, it's tough to hold him back. He wants every rep of every practice, and he played a lot of football the last 2 years, especially last year. So I think a day like this is a good day to hold him back, and then he'll be back in there tomorrow. And what it also does is it forces us as a coaching staff to get the other players ready. I think Leonte's really established himself in terms of what he is as a player, and now it allows us to see what some of these other guys do. And sure enough, you put John Simmons in there, and he makes a great catch in the third down drill toward the end of practice today. So he continues to get better and better. And as your second group of players at every position gets better, your team gets stronger and stronger.
Was it scheduled because of timing or because it was a heavy hitting day?
No, scheduled because of timing, really having to do with when the practices are and how the lifts occur.
How did Laviano get getting all the reps with the twos?
I think it's been good for him, but I don't know that we'll be able to judge that for a little time. I think there's got to be a little bit of a accumulation, of reps. I don't know if we'll know that just in 2 days, but I'm pleased with how he's working. I'm pleased with how he's managing the offense when he's out there, and I think a week from now we'll hopefully see some really big effects of taking a lot more reps than he was taking.
You mentioned Robbie Martin. I mean, were you impressed with how he came in? Because I know he didn't get cleared even until probably a month or so ago.
I'm very pleased with how he's running the football. He doesn't look like somebody who's coming off an ACL. He's got good explosion, excellent change of direction. You don't see him from the very beginning. We didn't see him favorite in any way. So he really built the confidence in us more than anything. And now, we're able to hand him the ball in practice and see how much he can absorb of the offense.
How do Burton and Bergen look at fullback for you, and are you planning on rotating them at all as the season comes up?
Michael Burton's one of the most valuable players on this football team. And Michael Burton's going to be out there as much as he can possibly be out there. And he'll play in a lot of different spots. He's a guy who catches the ball out of the backfield. He's an exceptional blocker. He'll play on third down in the backfield as a protector and a route runner. And he can run the ball when you hand it to him. So Michael's one of the elite players on our football team. And I think one of the elite fullbacks in the country when people start comparing him to other people. Sam has done a good job of allowing us to have some depth there and giving us some flexibility of using him to at times have 2 fullbacks in the game and create some different surfaces for those teams. And Sam's going to have a lot of value to us on special teams as well.
Two more. I think the Rutgers fan base is going to be concerned with the injury at cornerback and Justin. Pass happy Washington State coming up. Do you have a similar concern right now? Are you confident that over the next couple of weeks of training camp and before that you're going to be okay? I
think as the head coach, you think about everything every day, and you try to go through all the different scenarios of what comes up in the matchups. And for us as coaches, it's as simple as we need to make sure we get the best players on the field and then put them in a position to be successful. And Justin Goodwin's one of the best players on our football team, bar any position. So to have him out there on defense, I think it'll make us better on defense.
Kevin Wilkins full go? Yeah.
Kevin Wilkins is full go, and it's exciting to see him run around out there. He's about 301 or 302 pounds right now, but he's moving well. We're going to cut a little bit of weight off him. He's working himself into shape, but he's looked good so far. Thank you.